Khamzat versus Du Plessis. Predictions?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating Dricus right now. Maybe a late finish, 4th or 5th round, but we'll see.
What's up, fight fans, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated middleweight showdowns, Khamzat Chimaev versus the champion, Dricus Du Plessis. The hype around Khamzat is undeniable, but is he truly the boogeyman many make him out to be? One championship's middleweight and light heavyweight world champion, Reinier recently dropped some serious truth bombs, not only predicting the Chimaev Du Plessis fight, but also questioning Khamzat's standing in the division.
Khamzat versus Du Plessis. Predictions?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating Dricus right now. Maybe a late finish, 4th or 5th round, but we'll see.
Interestingly, De Ridder also commented on the rather unorthodox fighting styles of both himself and Dricus Du Plessis. He acknowledged that their approaches are not conventional, which he thinks could make a fight between them or involving them particularly exciting and difficult for opponents to decipher. He even threw in a bit of humor about their shared Dutch heritage potentially playing a role in their unique styles.
They said that your style, they said that your style also is very, very weird. How would a fight between you and Du Plessis goes just because both your fighting styles, like I said, are very weird?
Yeah, it must be the Dutch genes. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see soon.
Expanding on a potential clash with Chimaev himself, De Ridder anticipates a grappling-heavy affair. He envisions a dynamic contest filled with wrestling scrambles and positional battles, a real treat for the grappling aficionados. He also noted that seeing Khamzat get more rounds in against Du Plessis would provide valuable tape to study.
If you don't fight Du Plessis and say you fight Khamzat, how do you see that going?
Yeah, I think it will be a very, very cool grappling match. Lots of nice wrestling scrambles, lots of nice positions to go through. But I'll be happy if he gets some rounds in with Dricus, so I can have some more to study. We'll see.
And Reinier wasn't done there. He doubled down on his assessment of Khamzat, stating clearly that he doesn't see Chimaev as the most feared fighter in the middleweight division. He believes there are more complete athletes who pose a greater threat. He specifically name-dropped Nassourdine Imavov, praising the French fighter's movement, composure, and fight IQ, suggesting Imavov might even be a tougher matchup.
Do you feel like Khamzat's the most feared opponent in your division?
Not by me, not by me. I think there's better fighters in the division, to be honest. More complete guys. I think we don't really talk about them as much. But the French guy, what's his name?
Imavov?
Imavov. He's very complete. Huh? He moves very well, very relaxed, very smart when he fights. I think that might be a harder fight, to be honest. But Khamzat is, of course, is a great fighter.
Strong words from Reinier De Ridder, challenging the narrative around Khamzat Chimaev. But what do other experts think? UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping also weighed in, focusing on Khamzat's strategy against Du Plessis. Bisping believes Chimaev's best shot at dethroning the champ is an early finish.
And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus Du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus Du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And of course, this will be his third title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round. And he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time.
Bisping issued a stern warning. If Khamzat thinks he can just walk in, take Du Plessis down, and submit him easily, he's in for a rude awakening. The Count emphasized DDP's formidable grappling skills, referencing the almost legendary tale of him submitting an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team. While praising Khamzat's performances at middleweight, particularly the dominant win over Robert Whittaker, Bisping cautioned against underestimating the champion's size, skill, and continuous development.
and just take down Dricus Du Plessis and just choke him out, right? Like he's some schmuck, like he doesn't know what he's doing, like he's not someone that choked out an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team one after the other, then I think Khamzat Chimaev will be in for a rude awakening. Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whittaker, that was so impressive.
Reinier de Ridder also elaborated on why many might be underestimating DDP. He explained that while Du Plessis' style might appear sloppy or awkward on the surface, the South African consistently finds a way to win. A key strength, according to de Ridder, is DDP's ability to get stronger and perform better as the fight progresses, even if he starts a bit rough.
Khamzat versus Du Plessis. Predictions?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating Dricus right now. If you look at like fights they've had, it looks a bit sloppy when Dricus fights, but he always gets them. He gets better as longer as the rounds go on.
Furthermore, de Ridder expressed confidence in Du Plessis' ability to weather Khamzat's notorious early storm. He believes if DDP can survive the initial onslaught, he has a strong chance to take over, potentially securing a late finish in the championship rounds.
How it plays out.
And I think he can survive that early onslaught of Khamzat. So I think Dricus can pull the win out. Maybe a late finish, 4th or 5th round. But we'll see.
Another former champion, Robert Whittaker, who has first-hand experience with Chimaev, also shared his thoughts. Whittaker acknowledged the sheer difficulty of stopping Khamzat's takedowns, describing them as incredibly high level. However, he sees Dricus Du Plessis as a fighter with immense heart and toughness, someone who is exceptionally hard to put away.
Khamzat and DDP, the next fight. Who do you think is going to walk away as the champion?
I can't see anyone really stopping Chimaev's takedowns. Like, his takedowns are so hard to stop. It's super high level. Can DDP drag it into those later rounds? Can it get through the first grappling exchanges and then start to capitalize on his just like persistence, like doggedness to go away? Honestly, if Chimaev can't get DDP out of there, DDP wins. DDP wins almost every fight. You can't get rid of him, right? Because he's like mold.
The one and only Chael Sonnen also chimed in, emphasizing that this fight is far from straightforward for Chimaev. Sonnen stressed that taking Du Plessis down and controlling him on the mat is a monumental task, something no one has consistently managed to do. He also highlighted the current strength and depth of the middleweight division, noting the rise of several dangerous contenders and the continued presence of figures like Sean Strickland, making it a very exciting time for the 185-pounders.
I mean, this isn't a simple fight where you go, well, go out and take him down. It's like, yeah, good luck. Go out and take him down. Yeah, it's true. And then you got to hold him there once you do it. Oh, and by the way, nobody else has taken down and held Dricus there. Like, this fight is starting to look different. The entire division is starting to look different. There's never been a time that 185 pounds has had such a spotlight on it. I'm watching this guy, Kyle Barrow, myself. I'm thinking this guy might quietly be the real assassin of that division, but that's not easy to say. I think Bo Nickel go all the way to the top. And I think that de Ridder is greatly underrated. And I don't think Sean Strickland is ready to move on just yet. Like, 185 is a really exciting proposition.
Sonnen admitted it's not surprising that Khamzat is the betting favorite and would likely lean towards picking him. However, his confidence wavers when considering how Chimaev gets the win. He's not entirely sold on Khamzat's ability to easily take down or control DDP. For Sonnen, the first round is critical. An early takedown for Khamzat could spell disaster for Du Plessis, but if DDP can defend successfully for the first 5 minutes, the fight could increasingly shift in his favor.
More as time goes on.
Is it a surprise that Chimaev is a favorite? No, I would expect him to be. But I also feel as though if I were predicting this today, I would lean Chimaev. As long as you didn't ask me a follow-up question. Like if I told you, hey, I think Chimaev's going to beat Dricus. Okay, great. If we all get up and walk out of the room, we're fine. The problem is if you're going to ask me how. How is he going to beat him? Because I am not fully confident that Chimaev can take him down at will. I'm not fully confident he can keep him there. We're going to know in the very first round. If Dricus gets taken down in the first round, things are going to unravel very quickly. But if he can defend a takedown for the entire first 5 minutes, it's only going to get easier to stay on your feet after that. It's an exciting match. I would expect Chimaev to be the favorite. And he is.
Coach Eric Nixick, known for his strategic mind, shared his insights on Du Plessis. Having studied DDP closely, Nixick sees him as a respectful, well-prepared athlete who has shown tremendous growth, especially since his fight with Brad Tavares to become a world champion. Nixick pointed out that while DDP's style might seem erratic or wild, his movements are actually calculated and stem from consistent training.
I'm so curious to how Khamzat and DDP plays out. I feel like DDP's going to be able to weather the storm the first 2 rounds and then start taking off the third, the fourth, the fifth. What do you think?
I do too. I've studied DDP a bunch. Super respectful, nice guy. He's very well coached. Just his overall development, he's jumped leaps and bounds in between that Brad fight to now being world champion. People think it looks erratic, but it's not. It's very calculated what he's trying to do. It's a lot of those same reps that he does, but there's a motion to him that's kind of hard to gather rhythm. How do you eliminate all that? Take a guy down, put him on his back.
MMA Guru expressed some conflicted feelings. While he previously felt confident in a Du Plessis victory and still leans slightly that way, primarily due to DDP's physical strength, he acknowledges that Chimaev is on another level, particularly in the dangerous opening round. Guru is hoping for a DDP win but understands the significant threat Khamzat poses, believing if Chimaev wins, it will likely be early.
DDP? I don't know anymore, man. These guys are, I used to think, you know what, DDP's got him. And I still think that, dude, he might just be too strong to be muscled around like this.
Yeah.
But Chimaev is truly on a different level.
I think DDP beats him.
I think he could, and I am leaning that way.
Yeah.
But now I'm real.
Yeah.
You know, I also want DDP to win, but I'm leaning towards DDP.
Yeah.
Because I think the idea of Chimaev is a round 1 guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. If he takes out DDP in round 1, so this is why I don't think DDP should go out there like, got stuff to take down. Dude, get on his hips before you.
Yep.
You know? And if he stuffs it, so be it. It'll be the least thing he expects. And for a second, Chimaev, who's a killer.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
Yep.
He goes out there, I'm going to drag this guy in the first round, destroy him. For a second, he goes, what the?
Yeah.
If you can snap that on Chimaev for a second, Whittaker, he never had a moment in that fight where he thought, what's going on?
It was like, he got me back.
He was complete composure. Same with Usman. Burns had him re-second guess himself.
Yep.
But all the good first rounds he's had, there's never been a snap in his mental game. That always happens in the later rounds. But if DDP shoots on him, there's a moment in Chimaev's head where he goes, what the f are you doing?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's not this killer in a fight.
Yeah.
He's asking a question. He's on my hips.
Yeah.
If he sprawls it, if he gets the whizzer and throws DDP over, and why did DDP do that? Now DDP can go, well, I'm going for a leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a leg. See how he deals with this.
Yep.
I'm going to get guard back.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can elbow him off bottom position. It's much easier to survive in guard than it is for someone to have
side control
with their body lock, and they can punch you, especially now with knees and you can't play the hand game. Don't get caught up.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in those positions and choose.
Finally, former light heavyweight champion Jamahal Hill shared his take, revealing he tends to favor Dricus Du Plessis. His reasoning? DDP has repeatedly proven him wrong whenever he's doubted him. Hill believes Du Plessis possesses superior cardio and physical strength, making him a formidable challenge for anyone.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP. But you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too, so it's interesting.
What are your thoughts? Who do you think takes it when Khamzat Chimaev finally steps in there against Dricus Du Plessis? Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.